count all distinct automakers in this case, but this list here can be anything. And you want unique, one of a kind. How do we do it? A lot of different ways. Depending on what version of Excel you have, you can shortcut this or you can use the old school method. We have the unique function, powerful little tool. We have count A and unique combined. We have count A with unique and filter. And we have this sum len unique. What are the different tools? I'll explain. You can see we have anything in dark green is an answer to something. You can see we have a whole bunch of different answers. Brad Williams, Excel Prime, the unique function. It's a newer function, and what it does, it's going to pick out unique, one of a kind in a list. Now, the key thing here is unique versus distinct. So in other words, unique, if it's looking at a list of information, it is going to find, you see the duplicates? Unique is going to find the one of each of any repeats. That's what's critical. The other factor is unique does not work with random or referenced data. Okay, so what does that mean? This F9 thing is not going to work. That's why I have it set in static mode up here. And we're going to use unique automaker, which is what? It's going to find unique, but count A will count. We're going to count. We're going to find distinct, and then we're going to find, we're going to count them. So over here, using the unique and count A function, you can determine the number of unique values in a set of data. Unique automaker, where the name range is automaker, and then I have another one that says color, for whatever reason. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a repeat, but the count A is going to spit out whatever is in B5 to B16. I think there's 12. Well, that's simple. Unique's just going to pick out the distinct information. Count A is then going to count it. Special. Using a special type of cell reference, you can also refer to a list of unique values already moved to the worksheet using the unique function. What does that mean? Well, let's read on. Unique automaker 157, we've already seen that, which returns F5 values contained with D5 to D11. To count these values with an active reference, that's just an Excel term. Use the following formula, count D5 pound sign, right here, right here, okay? Count D5 number sign instructs Excel to refer to the spill list created by unique. Here's the spill list. And count DA will just look at the spill list and do its thing, as opposed to this other method. Now, if you can remember this, it's a great feature, but it's a tough one to remember because we know by implementing some of these characters, it can get confusing. For example, if we're working with a table and we throw in a particular indicator, you may throw something off, or the @ sign, or in this case, the pound sign. It's just a matter of remembering this. So it's one of those deals where use it or lose it. All right. You can add the filter function to count unique values while ignoring blank cells. All right. If we have any blank cells over here in our B5 to D16, you can include the unique filter. As you know, we've been screwing around with the filter function enough that we can sort through using this less than, greater than, blank. No, if there are no values in the data range, the unique formula will incorrectly return 1. You really need to be careful about using this unique feature if there are any blank or empty cells, okay? This option will count all unique return values with a length greater than 0. In other words, all values containing at least one character will be counted. Sum, len, unique, automaker, and I'm sure we have a tutorial on this. Here, the len function is used to determine the length of the unique results. So there are a lot of twists and turns here. Let's take a look. Very simple. Unique. What's unique? Returns a list of unique values in a list or range. So if we have duplicates, we're only going to count one. That's simple. Again, if we want to count, we can use this count D5 because this is a spill list. How do we know? Look at the blue outline. We can also use the count A, unique automaker count A. What is it? Count cells that are non-blank. And I just said count will count numbers and characters. Simple enough, got it? Now, what's going on here? We're using the exact kind of formula, but our sum, see here, we're looking at Rivian, Chevrolet, Honda, BMW, Lexus, Infiniti, Ford. And I probably highlighted it just to say that the count feature blows up on this in this situation, okay? So count A, unique filter. So you can see the problem. Count automaker 157. We've got a problem there. We need to change this because this here is counting this and we're trying to count this. So I'm not going to include a new name range. I'm just going to reference this. I also need to change this B23 to B34. And then I want to change this because color is B5 to B6 and automaker B5 color. I don't know why there's color. So I cleaned up a few things here. I entered some stuff incorrectly. I was referencing this stuff up here and it was creating a mess. So over here, we talked about the other concerns. Well, the big concern is what if there are blanks? And let me just point this out right off the bat. If we use this same old technique, it's going to spill this unique number. You can go and do an if statement in order to remove that. But the goal here is counting. If we use this count unique as we did up here, it's going to count this 0. And we don't want that. You remember down here? It says, I don't want to count when there's a blank here. Well, we'll use the sum when unique to override this. So here, sum 5, right here, sum 5. We have the sum, the len, unique. And here we go. All we're doing is we're taking the len and it has to be greater than 0. If it's not, we are not counting it.
Be sure to check out all of our Excel courses. Excel data and text manipulation. We have an advanced beginners and intermediate course. Excel essentials. This is for individuals new to Excel. We have an advanced, excellent beginners, level 1 and level 2, and intermediate level course. Excel formulas, formulas only. We have a beginner, an advanced, and an intermediate level course. Click on any of the links. There's a short video that explains everything about the course. Check it out.
If it's a 0, don't count it. So sum, counting everything over here, that's greater than 0. And over here, we're using the count A unique filter, B2, B3. That's not, and this does the same thing. So you can use one or the other. If you need to dive in and look to see what's going on here, hit the F9 and you're just going to see this. We're going to see what's this other filter? Well, greater than. So that's the here include F9. And you're going to see true, 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 false, true, true. Well, because there were the blanks right there. And they're actually 1s and 0s, the filter. So if we look at this array, F9, see, there's the array, and then the unique is going to go F9, and it's going to go, there's the unique, based off of the count A and the other criteria. Here, we're just not going to go into that right now. That's the introduction to unique. And some of the problems you're going to run into, it's not the cure-all, solve-all deal. It's not, you can see it's not the best tool to use. You can use other, and we've used a bunch of other techniques that, one, don't include the spill feature, which I'm not a fan of. And two, for obvious reasons, look what it does. It's throwing out stuff that is going to create problems down the road. Anyway, Brad Williams, Excel Prime, out. Williams out.